Hola, this video is a reaction video on the second season of the Bridgerton. Yes, I'll be giving my 5 takes of what I think about the season and if you should even bother watching it at all. First of all, I like the Indian representation in the season. It wasn't over-exaggerated. They are spoken English. Most of the time in Hollywood movies, they always exaggerate it and make it seem like they sound, I don't know, they just make it look exaggerated. My lecturers were Indians for like 4 years and some of them were my friends. I heard them almost every day. They don't sound like that. I also like that it wasn't a 2 scenes per episode type of thing. They were fully in the movie. They were like the main characters. It was just fun to watch the blend and the merge. Okay, so that's one. So now let's go to my takes on the season. The first one is gossipers are never in the action. Take it from me. Well, don't take it from me, take it from the movie. Penelope, the gossip girl of the town, was never in the action, as if she was merged with the aesthetics of the parties. She was never in any action. She just had news on this person's love life, this person's financial struggles, this, that. I mean, her life was as if it didn't exist. Just know that whenever you catch yourself being the gossip, you're not making any progress at all. Like, you're just stagnant, watching other people make progress and report it to whoever you're reporting it to. You are not in the action. Get out and get up and start working. So my second take is love is not always perfect, and I liked that it was represented that way in this movie. Most Hollywood movies, well, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I go for the over-the-top, non-existent perfect love, you know. So those movies, they just show you how everything will just fall in place perfectly. You don't have to, you know, do anything. Life just comes perfect. You were designed for a perfect life. Okay, so I just liked how this was not the typical perfect, you know, love type of scenario. From the beginning of the season, you could tell that Kate had no intention of being in love, and you know, things didn't turn out as planned, and you know, just life happened and she fell in love, you know. So if you have, you know, those ideas of how love should be perfect, you know, in comparison to the movie or to someone else's life or to something else that is just nice to watch, just dead the idea, kill it. Okay, life is not perfect either, so just, I mean, enjoy it as it comes. So the third thing I learned is that in high society, your name actually matters. It's like the currency that you have to spend at some point. You will see that with Tinder, Swindler, Inventing Anna, the Hostings, and these as well. You just see that people were just going with the tides of whose name isn't tarnished, and it was just more than any currency at all. I mean, Inventing Anna was just buying and selling with people's names, literally without no coins. So in high society, your name really matters. So I mean, if you're there, good for you, keep your name. If you're not there, like the rest of us, just know that you should be protecting your name, you know, and don't tarnish it yet. The fourth point is really important. It's about how nature and nurture really forms a person. Nature is more like genetics and how you look, you know, all those good stuff. Nurture is more like your upbringing, the situation surrounding your formative years, and so on and so forth. You would see how the Bridgertons in the movie were always so confident, even if they were doing the wrong things. They just knew they were superior, and you know, that's not exactly genetics. They were just in an environment where they were treated as superior people, and they just went with the flow. On the other hand, you see the Fedrington, their father who died in the first season, their mom, the cousin, down to Penelope, they were all in dubious business, one way or the other. Gambling is part of their nature. Stealing money, taking money from people, anything that you would not just consider as legal when it comes to money, they were always involved. When the father was doing that, the mom and the distant cousin did not exactly think that they would be those people who are, you know, gamblers, but eventually they just found themselves there. It just goes to show that if you're in an environment where people are doing a certain thing, whether good or whether bad, you just find yourself doing it. That's why nature may form you, but your nurture, the environment that you plant yourself in, would eventually make you. So that nurture is very important. The fifth point here is that keeping up with the Joneses would never get you anywhere. It will ruin you. It will never get anybody anywhere. We saw it with the Fedrin thing. They were always trying. The Joneses you're trying to keep up with are also moving. As you're getting to their level, they are moving, because nobody's waiting for you to catch up. So just run at your own pace, in your own lane. Don't try to keep up with anybody, because you just never get there. And at the end of the day, it will be as if you didn't even make any progress at all. So would I recommend this season? Yes, I would. I would, because it's not the typical love story. Even if you could predict the end, but you would still want to see how it unfolds. It was a beautiful unfolding of the love story, if I'm to put it that way. And I mean, instead of just going on Netflix and scrolling for 30 minutes to find a movie, this is really worth the time. If you watch this video till this point, just know that you are the OG. And I love you, for real, from the depth of my heart. And I also know that you liked this video. YouTube has also recommended another one for you to enjoy. Is either yeah or yeah. So check it out so we can catch up. Until the next video, bye.